I'm Reverend Karen Harper, and welcome to Kingdom Lifestyle. In our last session, we spoke briefly about WOWW Ministries and its upcoming conference. This one, we want to get a little bit more in-depth to give you more information about the conference. Again with me this morning, Minister Claudia Burnett and Minister Gabrielle Cole. Ladies, tell us, when is this conference?
It's from the 29th to the 1st of October this year, 2008. We have morning and night sessions. On the 29th is the opening session, so we don't have any day sessions on the 29th. It's just the opening night, and I believe it starts at 8 or so.
Well, we're looking around that time because what we'd actually like to have is in fact a grand production that will in fact speak and tell of what WOWW Ministry stands for, and actually just put into play and the whole dramatization of the WOWW logo. So we will in fact be looking, it would be somewhere around the evening time, that's to be settled, but it opens with that grand production.
Let me ask a question. Why October? And why that time in October?
Well, to be very honest with you, we had quite a few dates in mind, but I think specifically we were looking at the month of October or possibly November. I think Joanne would probably be better able to tell you whether or not there's a specific reason why she went for October, but that was the time of the year that we felt that it might be right to have it then, and that was also the time when we were getting venue that we thought would be ideal. When I think back though to probably about, well, we're in 08, to 3 years ago, when I know a shift took place in Joanne's life, and as we said in the last program, she is in fact from Trinidad and Tobago. She's a Tobagonian, and she now resides in New York. But at that time, I think she was in Bahamas, and she came back in October 2005 for a concert here. I believe it was a Martha Munisi concert, and possibly for other things. But at that time, October 2005, some things shifted, and as well in her coming here, some things were birthed within her. And probably to us it might seem coincidental, but you know, here it is again, we've come back to that month, October, 3 years down the road, when WOWW is going to be birthed and launched in Trinidad and Tobago. Yes, it's happening in Trinidad, but it's the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, so everyone from Trinidad and Tobago who feels that heart for WOWW is in fact invited. And I just believe that was the ordained time for it. It's going to take place at Queen's Hall, which is a fantastic venue. It can accommodate so many people. The stage is ideal. The lighting is also ideal, specifically for the production that we want to have on the opening night. So it's an ideal venue. The location is ideal as well. I mean, you won't have a problem whether you're coming from the south, and I'm a south girl, so I'm speaking from experience. You won't have a problem if you're coming from the south, from the east, from the west, to get to Queen's Hall. It's an ideal location, even for our overseas attendees, because there are several facilities, several hotels around where you can stay, and you can be shuttled to Queen's Hall. You can get a taxi to Queen's Hall. So we really believe it's an ideal location on many levels.
You know, I find it interesting that the location is Queen's Hall, because generally you don't hear about conferences, Christian conferences being held at Queen's Hall.
So true.
You usually hear the complex,